Hello everyone, Nightmare Central here, and might as well know that this is part 2 of 3. Now, basically, if you don't know, this is supposed to be a part 1 of 3. Now, the part 1 is already out, it was out last week, so if you're not really gonna get this story if you go and watch the second one, no one does that, unless you're a Star Wars fan, then, I don't really care. But basically, for this, you actually have to go watch the first one, because you're not gonna get it, but I will do a summary for you. If you guys weren't here yet, the story was about a guy whose dog starts going crazy out of nowhere and bites a part of his skin. He then goes to the hospital to heal his wound, and in the middle of the night, he remembers all the good times he had with his family. After he goes with his family house, it is on fire with a symbol of death at the top. He is now running home to see what the symbol means. Roll the intro. I immediately went home to see if my dog was okay. I came home and went up the stairs and she was completely fine. She looked normal, her eyes were brown, and she was perfectly fine. I sighed in relief and went to the laptop to see what the symbol was. I looked into further research and the symbol was a demonic presence. I looked more into it and saw exorcists, goat sacrifices, and other disturbing things. I immediately closed my laptop out of fear and just looked at my dog for hope. While I was thinking about what was happening, I heard my front door shut very loudly. I got up and ran to see what happened, and nothing. Absolutely nothing. There was no way a person closed my door so fast and left my house in less than 2 seconds. I just went back to my bed and slept. My dream was horrible. It was my family being burned alive as I watched. Couldn't move. Couldn't do anything. I kept hearing in a demonic voice over and over, "You can't have anything forever. Make it last next time." I woke up in a cold sweat and out of breath. I then try to catch my breath, but I can't. I start breaking out crying, and seeing what I saw was just horrifying. I saw my own parents dead. My flesh and blood who took care of me as a child, and now seeing them burned into the ground. I stopped crying and got up to see what I could do about this. My neck's still hurting, and looking at my dog made me realize something. This was not the way to handle this. I called a psychiatrist to see what they could do about this. He walked in and greeted me with all of his psychic things. He told me to grab his hand and we're gonna do a little ritual, he said. He grabbed my hand and started chanting in an urban yet scary type of voice. He then stops for a moment and the room is completely silent. He opens his palms and arms and his voice starts quivering. I asked him what's wrong and he said, "You're in grave danger, my boy. Something's wrong with you. An evil spirit I sense." He then hands me some holy water and tells me to go around my house, and whenever I put my holy water, I also put salt, so the demons don't come into my house and try to kill me. How thoughtful. He then leaves and in a trembling voice says, "Good luck." I had no idea what he was talking about, but I do what he says and call it a day. I lay in my bed and start to drift off. My dreams started getting scarier and scarier. This tall, devilish looking man tells me I have 3 more days to live. And each day gets worse and worse. I somehow live and my family goes back to normal, and no one will remember this. But if I fail, I stay in hell for the rest of eternity with my family, making shirts for the devil himself. And this was no longer a joke. I had to get serious. Also, one more thing, the demon says. Make sure to check on your dog. He then leaves and I wake up to see where my dog is. My dog is dead on the floor with a note and a knife slit across its throat. The note is inside of my dog's throat. I grabbed it and it read, told you with a middle finger right next to it. I didn't react because of all of the things that was happening to me recently. I grabbed her and threw her in the yard. She was a great dog, and I wouldn't change anything different about her life. But if I win this thing, it'll be for you, and only you. I got up, rest in peace my dog. Love and positivity, and not for hatred. I got up and did the right thing. For some reason, I didn't feel like myself anymore. I felt like some demon was possessing me. I felt like I wasn't myself anymore. Like something grabbed me and I couldn't feel it. I then go to the police station and start beating up a cop. All of the other cops looked at me and pointed their guns to shoot. With tears in my eyes, I said, "Do it! Pull the trigger!" While I was kicking the police officer in her rib. They then squeezed the trigger and a cold-blooded shot goes down my throat. Me being barely able to breathe with my throat still hurting out of my mind. I did not finish the challenge. I'm sorry, Mom. I'm sorry, Dad. I'm sorry, my sister. But most importantly, I'm sorry, Dog. Anyways, that's gonna be it for today's video. I know I said 3 parts, but you know the last part was way too short, and fuck it. Anyways, I still have to do more stuff. Actually, right now I have to be working on a script for Kirk Noble, but right now I'm recording because I'm cool and I don't go by the rules. Anyways, that's gonna be all for today's video. Again, please join my Discord, link in the description. I also have my own section now that is called Nightmare Central, and it has Nightmare Friends, my own chat, and my scary stories request. Anyways, see you later guys, love you, Nightmare Central.